Scaredycast. We're back.
We missed you for half the.
My baby,
we loved having him on the podcast, but we
My
missed you.
tires went out last week. This week it was my brakes.
Dude.
But I'm here. Brakes are fixed. Tires are fixed. The Scaredy wagon's back in business.
Hell yeah.
Tony was telling us all these things that he got fixed in his car, and we're like, we're so glad that we've been carpooling with you
For like months.
5 years.
Yeah, 5 years.
I'm the dad, so I always got to drive.
He's like, I went to the brake thing, and there's a chart, and then she pointed like off the chart, and she said that my brake fluid sludge.
We're like, oh,
It's like, your brake fluid is mud. You need some things worked
It's like
on here.
actual mud. You just slap mud on it. You're like, that's
I
fine.
probably would because I don't know what I'm doing in cars.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad that you're safe now, Tom.
Thanks. How have you guys been?
sick. I was sick this whole week.
Ooh,
I had really, really bad flu. I finally got it. Whatever was fucking going around.
Green COVID.
Oh, just ruined me. I still got a little bit of...
Something going on outside. Okay, never mind.
They better not bring it inside. That's what I'm saying.
You'd be able to show off your demon.
It sounds
You're like,
like...
listen.
Like that... Don't do the thing! I hate it!
So the door's there. If they came in, I would jump up from here,
Okay.
throw my chair at them. Okay?
Okay.
Over the light.
Probably...
No, I'm just swinging it around now. I'm going to be over here. So I'm throwing
You're
the
going to
chair
like wanted it. Like
overhead at them. And while they're like, when they look, that's when I'm in their face.
Oh.
And I jump up and I throw the leg around, throw them on the ground with the scissor clutch. And then I just start hammer
fist.
hammering them.
Boom, boom,
Tony,
boom.
I want this to be a Scaredycast series so bad of you. It's like almost like street fights, but like Tony just like, we're going to have random people come in
Like
at random
world
intervals.
star.
Just fucking
Animated.
like,
We're sitting here talking in the middle of the story, and then all of a
Like
sudden the
locked-
door opens, and the guy walks in, and Tony just backs his chair up and starts like...
I fall out of the chair. I'm like trying to throw it. I can't. I just lay on the
soda
ground.
falls on your face.
I'm just trying to get up. I'm like,
The grease from Zeke's Pizza is like blinding you, like making you slippery and sliding.
Oh my god. Fuck. Welcome everybody. I was sick for the last week. Tony had a lot of car troubles. What happened with you, Kels? What have you been up to?
This has been a crazy week work-wise. We have had a story go international about an adult dog rescued from an engine.
Oh my.
So been like coordinating shit with like CNN, Inside Edition, New York Post,
Entertainment Tonight.
Dodo. Haven't heard from Entertainment Tonight
You
yet.
said Inside Edition?
Inside
So
Edition.
I remember staying up late at night when
Today
I was
Show.
like a teenager. And me and my mom, we'd watch Inside Edition and then Hard Copy.
Oh.
Remember Hard Copy?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It was always Inside Edition, but then Hard Copy was like the rated R Inside Edition. It was
Oh.
like, yeah, it was like just a little like,
And see, when I was really young, I thought like 60 Minutes was like the hardcore one because there was no music or anything.
the real legit was
I'm
whenever you're
Barbara
just
Walters.
chilling, watching MTV, and then and MTV news breaks, and if you saw Kurt Loder, you knew like, oh shit, something down. But if it was like Tower of the Sword, it was just like, oh, just some music news. Some
Yeah,
music.
I missed that because I was a little bit younger. I got the dude with the the dreadlock thing, the black dude.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah,
I can't think of his name. Sway. Yeah, I think it was him. Yeah. And like I always remembered him, MTV News.
I think he's on like Sirius XM now. Like,
Yeah, he does he has a huge radio show on there where he interviews rappers and they do freestyles.
I remember on the Luke Cage Netflix series,
Uh-huh.
they did like there was an episode. It was like a montage, but Sway was interviewing Method Man, and they were talking about like Luke Cage, dude, he's crazy. Like,
Whoa, that's
I love
kind
when
of
they
cool.
like intertwine
Break the
like
fourth
real
wall
life
almost.
stuff.
Yeah, that's neat. I didn't know they did that. That's pretty cool.
But that's neat.
That's neat, man.
That's neat.
That's neat.
Let's get some. What's
pretty
first?
cool, man.
Creep of the week.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's get creepy. Let's talk about.
I had one ready last week.
I
but-
do,
Yeah,
and
we left everyone
I
on a
really
cliffhanger.
wanted to say this one because this is just so messed up.
Sorry.
Yeah?
Real quick, we just had like a tiny little update.
Okay.
So, Creep of the week last week was Mad Monster, and we were wondering like,
What are they gonna do?
are they gonna cancel it? What are they gonna do? They doubled down.
Two Kevin Spaceys.
They
Kevin Spacey and all of his impersonators
And
are going to become.
Epstein.
first they like just posted a random post to be like, House of Cards is now on Netflix. Check it out. It's like that's weird. And then they posted an Instagram story that was like a clip from House of Cards where Kevin Spacey talks to the camera and he just says something like nobody cares
Yeah, like
about
his like thoughts stuff.
So they just like doubled down and like rubbed it in everybody's faces. So it's like, fuck you, Mad Monster.
Ew.
That is.
Wow, that really could not have been handled any worse.
Legitimately.
Okay.
There's probably not anything worse that they could do besides like showing footage of him like sleeping on top of a child. Like that would be like the only other thing. Like,
I mean, honestly, like I don't know the whole story. And I don't care about the whole story. I know everything I need to know. And I'm not going to support it. And I'm not going to do anything with it. And I don't want anything to do with it. And I think a lot of people are going to back out. And it's really going to hurt them. Like, this is going to hit Mad Monster.
Oh, yeah. People, like, so apparently you can't get refunds if you buy tickets.
Oh, are you serious?
Oh, wow.
So people are contacting their banks.
And getting it.
And they're literally telling their banks, I don't feel safe at this event. I want my money back. And their banks are like refunding their money.
We can't argue with that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What about vendors? Like, same situation?
I don't know. I don't know if any vendors have. I've just seen like a couple of them comments like saying like, yeah, I've contacted my bank about this. And
that's so crazy.
I got my money back.
Last year we had the Atomic Monster Weekend fiasco and legal shit.
Oh,
and
yeah.
now, right away in January, we're already dealing with this, like, Mad Monster. That's crazy.
Scaredycon will never have an alleged
yeah.
or actual molester
pedophile
at our event. Can take that to the bank.
All right, so besides that, thanks for the update, though. That's kind of shitty, but creep of the week. This one, I've been sitting on the story because I just can't understand like how you could be so, I don't know, messed up, right? So what happens is there's a family. It's like a guy and his wife, and they have a little baby, like brand newborn, right? And they are smelling this weird chemical smell in their house, and all of a sudden their baby starts getting sick, and then the dad starts throwing up, and all this stuff's happening, and it's like, and they can't figure out where the smells come from. They've changed out vents. They've changed out like the AC thing. Just like everything they kept trying and they couldn't figure it out. Well, come to find out, it was actually a neighbor that was a chemistry student.
Shit.
He was injecting a solution of like this clear liquid and putting it in like the door frame, like outside, kind of like injecting it into a crack so it would get into the house. These people started losing clumps of hair.
What?
Like they were straight up, like they said,
like straight like radioactive shit.
Yeah, like a few times.
I mean, stuff.
They had the. Tony said we had to be good this week.
He said no more cussing.
And try not to cuss. And I've screwed it up like 4 times already. But I just haven't.
Why you always gotta say Tony said? Like,
no, because you're our lawyer. You gotta keep us in check.
Going by what TikTok and YouTube is saying. Like, hey,
messing it up.
You want your videos pushed out by this algorithm? You better watch your mouth.
We're not mad.
All the time.
God.
Yeah, we're not
you,
mad.
Tony.
We're upset at the situation.
We're just giving people insight into the conversations that we have.
A little behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And if you want more behind the scenes, please join our Patreon.
So this guy is like wondering what the hell's happening because his baby's like leaving clumps of hair on the pillow, and they're like, babies don't lose hair. They're supposed to be getting hair. This is like, and all of a sudden he's losing hair, and they're throwing up, and they're sick, and headaches, and it's crazy. Well, he sets up a little camera in a potted plant right outside of his house and captures. You can watch the video. You see a Zhu Li, a Chinese chemistry student, is injecting an opioid solution through the gap of his neighbor's door. You can literally watch him on the stairs filling up the syringe, and then he walks up and he kneels down and he just squirts a little bit into the door frame, and
he's
then
like
he walks
in and out
away.
within like seconds.
Seconds. That's all it takes. It just puts it through the door. Boom, boom. So
and it's an actual liquid. It's not like a gas.
Exactly. It's straight up just like a syringe, and it's a clear little vial. Apparently, it was strong opioid painkillers, methadone, and hydrocodone mixed with an unknown noxious element, which is why they could smell it. And I don't know if it was ammonia or what it was, but whatever it's doing, it was making them physically sick, and they had to take their baby to the hospital, and they had to go to the hospital multiple times because it was poisoning them.
Imagine how scary it is. You wake up one morning and like you have clumps of hair falling out.
What happened to this guy?
So here's what happens is apparently they catch the guy.
Yeah.
This is what he looks like. That was his mugshot. he was literally deported back to China. They sent him back to China.
Where did this happen again? Is it Canada or something?
Let's see. It's you know what?
I'm pummeling this person.
You're gonna hit this guy.
Especially
hit
with your
this man.
baby. Like your baby's getting sick. Like
I don't know if it ever actually
insane.
says where. It was just Tampa. Florida.
Florida
Tampa,
man.
Florida.
Chinese Florida man. Wow.
Yeah.
Florida
So
mans.
So a little twist on it.
yeah. So I don't know why. Oh, well, they said it was a
they were
noise
making noise,
complaint. Yeah. The apparently the Chinese
Why
guy.
would you have to say it's a noise complaint? Why can't you just be like, because he's poisoning people?
No. The Chinese guy was like
That's why
poisoning
he was
him.
poisoning the family.
Because when he's like, as soon as they had a baby, he literally offered these people to buy them new shoes. So he's just to like help it quiet it down.
Why would new shoes quiet a baby?
I don't know. Not even just the baby. He was like walking around. He could hear them
must have been,
upstairs.
like, downstairs.
That's what he said. And it was weird is that multiple times he'd come up and was like really nice and polite to them. And then out of nowhere, these noise complaints started. He said their toilet seat was too noisy. He could hear it. And so then he started poisoning them. And then he caught him in the act. And I guess there's apparently Zhuming Li was deported like immediately. And because there's now a warrant out for his arrest, if he comes into the United States now, there's a warrant for his arrest, but they can't do anything because they deported him back to China.
Because he was because the apartment manager just knocked on his door and like, you're fucking out. And like, threw him out of the country.
Yeah.
The landlord did.
He deported him so hard.
Yeah.
Landlords are coming up in this world.
Just took him to went immediately to the beach, put him on a boat, and drove out to the international waters and dumped him.
There's the video. You can see it takes like 3 seconds, like you said, Kelsey. He's just in and out. Damn. Just a little squirt.
In his little joggers.
Yep. And that's it. And so apparently U.S. Immigration freaking took him back immediately, which is so funny because then. It was like before he was even found guilty. Yeah. Then they found him guilty, and then they're like, "Well, now there's a warrant out for your arrest."
So, do you think he obviously didn't make his date?
Beats me. Either way,
the U.S. is so dumb.
It's very dumb, but also just like, what the hell, man?
The family's all right. Like, are they gonna?
Yeah,
they're
fine.
Stuff?
They don't know if there's like permanent damage because they
don't know what it is.
Exactly, but like,
I'm glad that they deported him before they got the answer for that.
It's better, yeah.
Holy shit! Just imagine seriously just waking up like. You're feeling sick, whatever. You're like, oh, maybe I'm sick. Like, whatever. A few days later, your hair starts falling out. That's like really scary.
And you're like throwing up. Yeah. And you're miserably, like migraine.
It's not just
your
you.
stomach. No. But then you're feeling crazy because you don't know where it's coming from.
You'd probably think it was like black mold or something, like a really bad.
Yeah. And it said like for like months they were changing out filters of things, a new air conditioning. They tried so much because they were just like.
Oh, this was over months?
This was like a long time of being poisoned because he tried fixing what he thought was the issue. No one suspected it was a dude literally injecting poison into their house.
I would never even think to be like, oh, I'm going to put a camera at my front door. Yeah. Like, I would never even think, oh my God.
I know.
Tony, you said, what would you do if this was this man?
I'm going to pummel him.
Yeah.
You could be the first guy that comes in for your...
I'm just going to knock on his door, and then when he opens, I'm just going to grab him by his shirt. I'm going to snatch him.
Oh.
I'm just like, come here, dork.
Dork.
I'm just gonna,
blow toy.
Just a big
blow
bonk.
toy.
Bonk him.
Shout out Maddie P.
Blow toy.
That's in Mormon, that's a really, really offensive term.
Absolutely.
Damn. What's next? What do we got? We got some ghosts?
That was creep of the week. Yeah. You got some ghosties?
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought of, I have another movie to talk about when we get to the reviews.
Dude, you're like 12.
I know. We're
gonna have plenty of time for it. So what do you think? What do you think happens to us in the afterlife? Do you believe in ghosts? Do you believe
man.
So you don't believe in ghosts?
I don't think any. I think it's just like when you're asleep.
It's just like,
without dreaming.
Just dead.
Just blank.
You know what it's like when you die? It's like when you were before you were born.
It's like when you're blind.
There's just nothing.
Someone tried to describe it of like, it's like you can't see from your elbow. It's like it's literally nothing. It's not even black. It's just nothing, which is scary. But
yeah, I get real bad anxiety when I think about the afterlife.
I'm glad we're talking about this. Yeah. Let's get it all out right now.
Let's get past this. What does this have to do with the story?
Well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think? Okay. Well, I think there's some people out there that obviously they believe in heaven or they believe in soulmates and that you're like always interconnected and things like that. Apparently, there is a man who started a dating website in 2009, so it's been out for a while. It's called ghostdating.com.
Whoa.
Right now.
But guess what? You can't, Tony.
What?
You can't.
Why?
Because guess what? It is only a dating site for ghosts.
What?
You cannot be alive and be on this dating site.
Does it, like,
and you can't
block
even
you?
visit it. You can't even visit it from a computer.
Ghostdating.com.
It's gonna say there's an error. I tried it.
This is a joke.
It's gonna
Hold
say
on.
like some error thing. Let me make sure that's the. Let me make sure that's the right. Ghost singles, single ghosts. Hold on.
You don't even know the website?
Hooray! Ghost singles. Ghostsingles.com.
Golly.
Wait.
I can't look at the article and then I get mixed up with my words.
Somebody made an
This
app
woman.
that isn't even. You can't even like use it.
You can only use it if you're dead. And so this man has this theory that the reason that so many like ghosts are around and still haunting is because they're unfulfilled in their afterlife and they're looking for a partner. And
Okay.
why shouldn't they? Because they deserve happiness as well.
Yeah.
So he's invented/created. I don't know. I was trying to get the logistics of this, of how it even works, because clearly there's not even a website.
Right.
And so apparently you can only access it if you are a ghost.
So this
You
guy
can't even
just
sign up for it as you're alive for when you're dead. You can't even sign
You
up for
can't
it.
even. So this guy, where is this man that's just saying that he's created this thing? Because like I need to know more. How? Like what?
If you were going to make a dating site, what would your dating site be about?
Mine?
Yeah, what would its theme be?
Oh, dude, you gotta be cryptid paranormal.
Okay.
It'd have to be like you. It's for people like us, you know, the weirdos that are into horror shit and think like body parts in jars are pretty cool, you know.
Yeah, I
'Cause
remember
that's not normal.
I remember at Scaredycon, I wanted to have like spooky speed dating, but we couldn't make
Yeah,
it work.
That'd
like
be
something
fun.
like that, where it's like you have to be a weirdo like us.
Okay.
Yeah, so Randy Taylor is the founder of Ghost Singles.
Randy Taylor
Randy Taylor.
Why'd you say that?
from Home Improvement.
Tayler. I don't know. That's his name, Randy Taylor.
Is that his name?
There's Brad, Randy, and Mark.
Well, it must be him.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Tom. Thank you.
You just totally threw me off my whole. Who's interrupting who now?
Home Improvement could do that to a person.
Yeah,
You know
it's-
what?
now I'm just
now
thinking
you
about
get you just
tool
earned
time.
yourself an F word for that. So you get one now to get him back. You can say the F word.
I'm not
once.
going to because I want to be monetized.
Great. Now, lawyer Tony, you scared her into being
Now
straight
it's not
edge.
gonna be fun anymore.
I hate you, Kelsey. She's playing.
No, so he started this thing. You can't access it from a computer or your phone or anything like that. So how ghosts access it has not been
I
answered.
don't think it's that. I think it's somebody started this website and they
It's like a
didn't
prank.
like renew their registration. And there's just no
well-
website anymore.
Well, apparently he said that the number one complaint is from alive people that they can't sign up for it, which they're also the ones with
Yet.
money. Not yet. But he also said that he doesn't believe in like para energy relationships or however he said. So
Wow.
someone being alive with a ghost is
So
immoral
he's-
to him.
So he's racist.
I
guess
wouldn't say
ghosts?
racist, but like maybe
Yeah.
ghostist.
He's
Ghostist?
ghostist. Yeah.
Existences.
Wow, dude, how based. Wow.
Oh, that's
Damn.
what it was. Para-existential
he's a ghostist.
relationships.
All right.
Yeah, he's a ghostist. So when you guys are dead and when you are a ghost, if you are just looking for fulfillment in your afterlife, then you can visit ghostsingles.com.
Sweet. It's like Ghost Tinder. Nice.
Yeah, if you want to.
Shagging in the afterlife.
I wonder how is it just like an energy thing then? It's like ghosts just automatically,
It's like
they're just all
Demolition Man.
automatically signed up to it?
Oh, do you experience
It's
it?
like Demolition Man when they put on the helmets and they
Yeah.
just like
You're just in it.
you're just in it. Yeah,
Okay.
That's exactly right. Demolition Man is the future.
it is.
Yeah.
So now we
Remember
know.
Demolition Man had fancy Taco Bells, and now we have Taco Bell cantinas.
Yes, we do.
Oh.
Yep.
You know what? Pop culture does influence reality and vice versa. But anyways, yeah. So I guess if we're just bumming around being a ghost haunting things, like then we just know that we're just fucking losers in afterlife too, and just single with a bunch of
dude.
cats.
Single one out.
Did you hear
Be
that,
single
Ghost?
bunch of cats in my
Yeah.
afterlife.
A bunch of what?
Single bunch of cats.
What?
Ghost cats.
We're ghost kitties.
Ghost
dude.
cats?
I love cats.
Yeah, you know, like those.
Why does your
like,
ghost have a Boston accent?
Was that a Boston accent?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, I can
Go
get
Scots. Get in the car.
Get in the car.
Just love me. I can't do a Boston accent.
Yeah, okay.
It was an accidental. Maybe I have The Departed on my mind.
Oh, that's a good movie.
yeah.
That movie. Oh, can't say it. That movie rules.
That movie sexist.
I can't say that movie fucks. Oh yeah, damn it. Ah, damn it. Ah. I hate this game.
This is not going to go well for us.
We are never making money off of YouTube.
See, Tony, that's why we had to say that, because now people would be very confused.
Before
why
we
we're
come
having
in
this
here, you guys
conversation.
should just stand outside and just cuss and just get it all out.
That's not how it works.
No, because it's just going to be
because
the warm up.
it's quantity, not quality.
Hey,
Sorry.
we got any fucking cryptid news?
You can't say that. Wait a minute.
I'm
Wait a
fighting back
minute.
against the man.
Don't we have a new patron?
Yeah.
What's the name? Who are they?
Who are they? What's their name?
Yeah, Tony was like, dude, guess what? We got a new patron. I was like, no
And speaking of patrons,
way.
Gavin Holter. Thank you for signing up to our Patreon.
Oh, I bet it's Gav.
Big
Is that the
shout
Gav that I met at Orca?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Big
Hell yeah.
shout out to him.
Dude,
Thank you so
that's
much.
huge. That's huge.
And while we're talking about patrons, Card with Light has given us this amazing Ouija lock box. As you can see, it's a pretty big box, right? And it's locked. Look, you can't get in that box. So if you want to store
That's what
some...
she said.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Nice. You can't get in this box.
If you want to store some of your, condoms, secrets.
dildos. Our producer's laughing at us. Our producer's just
Notes, money,
all your girlfriend's little phone
and
numbers.
girlfriends, all your, if you're a little cheater, you got
All your girlfriend's panties.
all your girlfriend's panties. If you're a weirdo like that, you put them in this box. But God damn it!
Oh, this ain't made in the cut.
Yeah, it is.
This will be on the.
It's all staying in.
This will be on the bonus features on our DVD.
Oh God! Anyways,
We can't afford Blu-ray.
you have a planchette.
Oh, what do you do with that?
Well, you have your own secret code on here.
oh, it's panties.
This box right here. God damn it.
Crying.
Just put a.
Okay, try it.
this.
Open it up.
You move the planchette
Sweating.
around your code. The code on this box is love. So you go L
It's all mad.
O V E, and then look. It's still fucking locked.
You fucked it up.
I probably have to have it sitting down like a normal person. I'm just showing it off. L O V E.
Oh,
Shit.
dude, that's haunted. Get that shit away from me, bro.
Dun, 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 dun.
What's inside? It's not panties.
Oh my God. There's a note inside
Oh
of it,
my God,
guys.
someone stole them and left me a note.
Can Tony beat up a demon?
Oh my God.
Find out.
Absolutely not.
I don't know how to close it.
Do you have to?
You just
You
close
just
it and then it
push it
locks.
down.
Oh shit.
I think you just.
Oh yeah, you just
Yeah,
close
that's it.
Sorry.
Now it's locked.
I'm an idiot.
We're doing a great job selling this.
Can Tony beat up a demon? In the confined space of the MMA octagon, Tony, having lost his crossbow, realizes that his best chance against the demon is to exploit its weakness from boredom. Drawing on his extensive film knowledge, fuck you, man, Tony decides to engage the demon in a unique and unexpected way. Knowing the demon's weakness, Tony starts discussing a topic that he knows would bore the demon, perhaps a lengthy analysis of a slow-paced, obscure art film with intricate symbolism and minimal action.
I've never heard you talk about intricate
I
symbolism.
would never watch a
ever.
movie like that. So
You hate those movies.
He doesn't know you at all. It's not
Tony
love.
intentionally rambles on about the film, delving into intricate details and theories that would likely induce boredom in anyone, demon or not. As Tony continues his monologue, the demon, unable to fly and finding itself on the ground, becomes increasingly disinterested and frustrated. Its attention wanes as it starts to show signs of boredom, perhaps even yawning or appearing distracted. Seizing the opportunity, Tony uses the demon's momentary lapse in focus to his advantage.
What?
He quickly maneuvers around the demon, utilizing his knowledge of the octagon's layout to his benefit.
Hell yeah. Now
Tony
you're a
then
UFC
employs
fighter.
his weight. Hey! Tony then employs his weight.
This man hates you.
What is this?
Whatever Ouija board.
This was written by ChatGPT.
And strength to deliver a well-timed, powerful strike, incapacitating the demon and securing his victory through a combination of film trivia and strategic combat tactics. This scenario highlights Tony's resourcefulness and ability to use his unique skills to gain an advantage even against a supernatural opponent. Your lucky Mega Millions numbers are 14, 26, 28, 11, 5, 24.
If those win, I swear to God, I'm
So,
pissed that we had them so close
If
to us.
you are on Patreon, here's the important part. If you're on Patreon, any tier at all, you're automatically entered to win one of these. Yeah.
Yo, those are fucking dope.
You don't got to worry about shipping, nothing. If you're on
Literally.
Patreon, you get one of these if you win.
Yep,
We're
we just
gonna
need
pick,
your info and we'll send it right to you.
We're going to pick one winner a month.
These are custom made.
These are hand
Handmade.
custom.
wooden.
Yes.
This is sturdy. But yeah, we're going to pick a winner every month. So even if you don't win first month,
Question,
Next
is
month,
the
maybe?
word programmable?
I believe so.
So you can make your own password?
Yes, I believe so.
Wonderful. That's cool.
The problem was that Tony didn't know how to spell the first time. So then,
Yeah.
you know what I love
I'm
is
spelled it wrong because I'm an idiot.
I love that whole thing was like Tony can bore you to death with his movie knowledge and talking about movies to death, blah blah blah, and then it's like. Listen to her, become a patron for us. Listen to us talk about all the stuff that Tony talks
Yeah,
about.
basically.
God damn,
But hey, this
ChatGPT
is really,
hates us.
it's a really cool box. So
It's absolutely beautiful, and this is you said it like lights under UV.
Oh yeah, this
Yes.
one I think every month too is going to be a different design.
Yeah,
But this one right here, like the green glows under UV light.
right.
really
It's
cool
it's
looking.
not. He said it's not glow in the dark, but it's UV reactive,
Yeah.
so it's super super bright and looks awesome in like the purple and black light. It's really cool.
And you know what though? Maybe we'll create a new tier where it's like when you win it, if you're in that tier as well, then Tony gives you a pair of his panties. It's like that's
in the
why it's in there.
box?
They all got holes in them.
That's some people like that. They know it's warm.
There's a never mind. I'm not gonna
That
go there.
was too much.
I'm not gonna go there.
Sorry guys. Apologies for that. The line was crossed.
We have any cryptid news?
We
You're
do.
just thinking about your holy panties.
I got holy panties.
You got
Not
holy.
holy like a Vatican, but
So
it's a cool box, guys.
This just in.
Scaredycast.com.
Thank you, Cardboard Light. You guys are amazing.
No, for real. And make incredible art. And I want one of these boxes really bad.
I do too.
I'm gonna have
So
to
I
sign
might
up
have to
for.
now, seriously.
There is a mystery in Patagonia.
Oh, that's where Outcast is from.
No, that's Stankonia.
Oh.
They're from Atlanta. That's a yeah. Bombs of a Baghdad, yeah. I'm doing banger. I'm letting you thing. Bombs of a Baghdad. Now we're sitting in the drop top, soaking wet. Sitting in a silk suit, trying not to sweat. Yeah, little big boy,
Whoa.
dude. Yeah. Yeah, anyways, Stankonia.
Anyways.
That's a great album. So, there's a mystery in Patagonia. Two local youths capture video of a strange creature swimming in Lake Nahuel Huapi last Sunday evening around 8 p.m. Okay, they say that they're local youths, but they're 23. That's not like a
Youths.
local youth.
Hello, fellow youth.
That's a man. That is a 23-year-old
that's a grown
man.
adult.
That's an adult.
Grown man.
You could maybe say young adult.
young adult.
Maybe, but like that's a stretch.
Even that
Anyways,
young adult,
I know.
Like young adult books are like for like teenagers.
that's what I'm saying. So, anyways, these two, this Manuel and his friend were kayaking, and they noticed some large waves and something moving in the water. They couldn't identify the animal. Its size and movement reminded them of local legends about Nahuelito, a mythological lake monster likened to a dinosaur-era plesiosaur that has provoked intrigue for decades. So it's basically, where's Patagonia? You guys said it was in Argentina.
Atlanta. Sorry. Argentina.
Right.
My brain was like,
It was. So Patagonia is in Argentina. Apparently, there is something called Nahuelito, which is like basically their Loch Ness monster.
Wow.
The video is pretty cool. You can actually watch it right here, and
I'll post it to our Facebook.
Okay, I'll show Kels. It's definitely like it almost looks like there's multiple things in the water. Or they're part of one. I don't know. I can't
looks like
tell.
a pod or
part
something.
Of one or something.
It's weird. It almost looks like there's a couple.
Yeah, it looks like a pod of like dolphins or like
It's pretty trippy looking.
whales or something. And before Patagonia enthusiasts come after me, Patagonia is a region in like, and it covers like parts of Chile.
looks like otters.
And Argentina.
Oh, okay.
not just
So it's okay.
It's like a region in southern.
Yeah, it looks like otters
South
or
America.
ducks or something.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
apparently.
it looks like things aren't completely breaching out of the water. Is what it looks like.
Yeah. Very, very strange. But yeah. So I don't know. A possible sighting of a Loch Ness-ish monster in Patagonia named Nahuelito. Sounds pretty romantic, pretty hot.
does.
Like,
Like it
Nahuelito.
You see it and then you find your true love,
Mi
and you
amor.
don't have
Yeah,
to go to dating
there you go.
singles,
And then you're
or
in
go
love.
singles.
GoSingles.com.
And you're like, do you have a condom?
Oh my God.
And you're like, actually, I do.
in my-
Like, guess what? We don't need it
Ouija
'cause we're
board
in love.
lockbox. Oh, just because you're in love, you don't need a protection?
Not
Aw. That's sweet.
chlamydia doesn't exist when you love the person.
Love will kill all. Sorry, I almost dropped my phone.
Yeah, it's like it's the best antibiotic that you can.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is not medical
Love is a
advice.
natural spermicide.
Yeah,
Let's
sure.
get to some movies.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
I got 5 movies.
Bruh.
We have
to talk about.
17 minutes
and stop
to get
it
through
right
all
now
this.
because I'm just going to burn straight through them. So everybody just buckle up because I'm going to
I'm getting my listening cap on.
bang.
Here we go.
First, this isn't a horror movie, but I got to talk about it. It's called Equalizer 3 with Denzel Washington.
I've only seen the first 2.
Dude,
Good?
Equalizer 3 might be the best one of them all.
Oh.
And I'll tell you why. Because it does what John Wick stopped doing, which was in John Wick 1. And remember, the bad guys are terrified of John Wick. And then, like, by John Wick 4, it's like 100 of them. It's like, John Wick who? Let's go fight.
And it's
Right?
like all the same
Dude.
shit.
So Equalizer 3 is a very simple premise. Denzel Washington gets injured on the job. He goes to like this small town in Italy, out in the mountains. It's like a little village, okay? And he's like, a doctor there has like found him and has taken care of him. And Denzel Washington's like, you know what? I think this is where I'm supposed to be. This is my town, and I think I can retire and just stay here. I found my happy place. But then some thugs show up, and they start muscling like the business owners in the town. Like, give us some, like they go to like Denzel's favorite food place and they burn it down because he didn't pay them, you know.
Dang.
Well, anyways, Denzel Washington equalizes.
Not having it.
Yeah, he do.
Not having it. The bad guys in this movie stand 0 chance. Denzel Washington doesn't even break a sweat in this movie. And now here's how I'm going to tie it into horror. So at the end of most of these types of movies, you know, there's a main bad guy, there's your main good guy. The end of the movie is going to be the main good guy goes to the lair, fights a whole bunch of dudes, squares off against the final bad guy.
Cool. Then
Right?
he dies in a really cool way.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
No.
What?
Denzel Washington is like Michael Myers in this mansion. Because you just see like the thugs and the guards are just standing around the mansion, and all of a sudden it's out of the darkness, just you just hear that, and then he's dead. And even the main bad guy of the movie, just he's in his thing, he's like, oh God, he's coming for me at some point. Oh God, dead. And then he's just dead. Like,
Oh, man.
Denzel was like, the only way I'll do another action movie is like if I don't have to show any action.
pretty much. Like,
He's
yeah,
like,
and it
I'm
was
70 years old.
so good because it was
Yeah, he's an old guy.
it was different, and it was like, oh my God, Denzel Washington's like Michael Myers right now. He's pretty scary. All right. But yeah, Equalizer 3, great.
Where can he watch it?
Netflix.
Quick question.
I gotta watch it with my dad.
Is this the one of like the TikTok like the CapCut thing where it's like he's like I don't
Yes.
want to spoil it for you.
Yes,
I love
that's
that.
from Equalizer 3.
Hell yeah.
I had seen that TikTok, but I didn't know it was from Equalizer 3. And when that part came out, I was like, TikTok!
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like this. It was this TikTok trend where people were using it, and there would be like different captions on it, obviously. But the most that I saw that made me laugh so much is like when you first start dating a guy, and he's like, oh, like, are you crazy? Like, he's like, you're not crazy, are you? Whatever. And she's like, and then they would have that. And it's like, I don't want to spoil it for you, or whatever. It's like, or if like in the beginning of a relationship,
tipping a tea bag into some water. He's like, I don't want to spoil it for you.
Yeah, and so it's like, yeah, the thing would be like when you can't show you're crazy yet, like in the beginning of a relationship or something like that.
Okay, interesting. That's cool.
Next movie I watched, Men.
Oh,
You were texting us some crazy shit.
yeah, I don't know
stuff.
about this one.
Now, I'm not an art house kind of guy. All right, Bigfoot's Wild Weekend, perfect example. This is not Bigfoot's Wild Weekend, okay? This is one of those art house, it's all a metaphor kind of movies, all
The
right?
symbolism that we
You're
were.
the worst person to watch those movies, dude.
Basically, this girl, she has an incident with her husband. She goes to an Airbnb on like the countryside somewhere. And she's just chilling. The guy who hosts the Airbnb, he's a little weird and eccentric, but he seems harmless. But then she's like walking around. Oh, there's just a man and he's naked and he's just standing in the woods watching me. That's weird.
Oh, what the fuck?
And then, he shows up again at the Airbnb and the cops arrest him. And, she's just like,
He's an actual guy.
yeah. And she like goes to a church to like, a lot of it's her walking around just kind of like, oh my God, that's crazy. And like just trying to, go over the guilt and everything in her mind of what happened with her husband. But everywhere she goes, there's just men. Ugh. And they're just like, men.
Go away.
Yeah, they're just men, all right?
I'm in the countryside. I'm trying to go away
And
from you.
they're weird. And then, there's like men try to break into her Airbnb and
Like a
all
bunch
hell
of
breaks
them?
loose.
Oh my god.
I can't really say a bunch of them. It's one of the, like I said, it's art housey and it's metaphorical, but all I'll say is I saw a man poop out another man.
Oh.
A man shows up and he poops out another man.
A big one?
A big man.
A big man.
That's what I was like, what is going on in this movie?
Is he like struggling or just like kind of plops out?
Like a little bit of both. Like he definitely has to like force him
He's all
out.
It's
tripping.
like birthing this man.
Yeah, he's like birthing. Like he gets in a birth position and just poops out a man.
Oh my! What's a male birth position?
You see his pee-pee?
It's like the Exorcist walk, almost like. You're like
You
"Ugh."
see, that's
You
gonna
do
real.
see there's a lot of
questions.
pee-pee in this movie.
Oh my
Because
god!
man,
Wait, so what does he do? Does he die after he shits a man out?
No, well, I don't want to spoil it all, but like he poops
Yeah,
this
please
man
don't.
out, but then this man has another man come out of his belly button.
There's like multiple men.
Men just keep clawing their way out of other men.
Ew.
And it's like every version of the men she ran into in the village is like the same man.
Naked man?
I don't like
The
this.
naked man, the Airbnb man, the officer, the guy at the bar. They're all the same man, apparently.
But they look different or they look the
And
same?
like by the end of it, like there's like it just like as she's backing into her house, she's just watching like a man get birthed from another man.
Oh.
And by the end of it, she's just like bored and tired of it. Just like, dude, just fucking like.
So just kill me.
So it's just like a metaphor of like different versions of awful men and how you just get sick of it after.
It reminds
a while.
me of like magicians
Girl,
when
I
they
feel
pull
you.
the cloth and it just keeps coming
Yeah,
and it
yeah,
just
yeah.
keeps coming.
Next movie I watched.
Wait, where was that one at?
This is
In
on
case anyone wants
Paramount
to watch that.
Plus.
Beautiful.
Next movie I watched is also on Paramount Plus, and it's called Pearl.
Guess what? I watched it too, Tony.
Oh,
Movie
Pearl.
sister.
We're only
Dude.
like 2 years later, so but we did it.
Okay, but I've been trying to watch this movie for a long time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I haven't tried to get a login for something to watch it.
Dude.
And it was paid on
Emilia
Amazon
Goth
and all that
is
stuff.
my favorite
Oh my
scream
gosh.
queen.
She's incredible.
I know like the Oscars don't ever show horror movies any love, but oh my god, like, dude.
So yeah, move over, Barbie.
Even just what she can do with her face
oh,
is incredible. It should
I'm
be studied.
telling you, it's like
Incredible.
she was made for it.
Yeah.
She has the perfect creepy face. It's like she's
But
got the
it's
thing.
beautiful, too.
Yes.
It's, like, beautiful
It's the
and
same thing with
creepy
Christina
and-
Ricci. It's the same thing with like Rose McGowan or like those kind of actresses. They just have this thing, this allure. Or even Winona Ryder. She just has that like bug-eyed weird thing where it just perks perfect for like Tim
You
Burton.
mean this
and-
in a nice way too.
I
but like,
do.
Yeah, I
but
know
you know what
mean.
I'm saying.
It's-
There's like
it's
that
eccentric.
perfect
It's-
for that part. Yes. And I think Mia Goth is so incredibly good at being that weirdo.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So like, if you don't know, Pearl is a prequel to X. Pearl is about it's in like 1918 or something. But Pearl, she lives on a farm. Her dad is paralyzed. Her mom is crazy. Pearl wants to get away from the farm and travel and be a dancer in big city, be in movies and stuff. But she's also crazy and has a pet alligator she feeds people to. So
And animals. I was
yeah.
like, it was within 30 seconds, like, oh, god damn, she already killed an animal.
it's like,
God.
but yeah, Pearl, that's a perfect. It's 5 stars.
Absolutely.
Dang.
You know what? It kind of is. It's almost like, to me, it was like a Wizard of Oz meets Superstar meets Psycho.
Oh my
does.
It was like so.
Oh my
It
God.
was so beautiful, and yeah, she
Wow.
was incredible, and it was very interesting. And there was times where you think you're like, okay, someone's gonna get away.
Yeah, no.
No.
I was so rooting for that man to get away too. I'm like,
Oh,
the
my
dude who
heart.
owned the movie theater. I'm like, get away, dude! Get in that car!
Get the fuck out of here!
And he got in the car, but no,
It's too late.
too late.
too
But yeah,
late.
dude, and that monologue, the 6 straight minute long.
Is that how long it was?
It was 6 straight minutes
and
with
it
no
didn't
camera
even.
cuts.
It did, no cuts at all.
It's so good.
Beautiful. Mia Goth.
Yeah, but that like, where's the Emmy nod, man?
Man, just don't need it.
You're
You know
right.
what? I just saw
She
something.
gets the Scaredycast Female of the Year award.
Whoa, we can
That's
give her
higher
this.
than any
We
other.
can give her this bucks
We'll give her one of these boxes if she signs up on Patreon.
Absolutely.
for all her panties.
Before we
Whoa.
get. Oh.
But that's what was going in them. That was the joke.
The next movie I
Wait,
watched.
no, I
What?
wanna say
Oh, sorry.
something real quick.
I'm just trying to get through these.
I know,
What?
let me say one thing. It's not even that important.
Oh my god!
That's it. The next movie I watched.
On Snapchat, I saw this thing. It was like a Vanity Fair that they did with Mia Goth, and they're like, "Can you give us one of like? Do you need a warm up? Like, can you give us one of your screams?" And they're like, "We'll give you time to warm up." Or she's like, "No," like, and then she just screamed bloody murder, just in the middle. She's like, "I don't know," it's just, and she's like a way different voice. It's really high, and she has an accent. I think she's like Australian or something.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Unreal.
She like talks like really high, like this. Anyway,
Oh
I know,
my
that's
gosh,
that's
that's
not Australian at all.
crazy.
But yeah, she
That's
just literally
okay.
just was sitting there. And she's like, and just, I was like,
She's the best, dude.
Beautiful.
I'm
Best.
telling you.
I'll watch
Okay.
anything she's in.
sorry.
Next movie I watched. It's on Netflix. Oh, yeah, Pearl's on Paramount Plus as well. This movie's on Netflix and it's called Old People.
Oh, I watched this.
Let me tell you something. These are old people. They go crazy in this movie, but they're old people. The problem is on Netflix.
Well, most old people are crazy.
The description that Netflix gives this movie is that it's a fast-paced movie.
Yes.
Hell no, it ain't.
Yeah.
It's an hour in before things start going. I started fast forwarding. I started skipping. I started
cheater.
hitting like the skip 10-second button because I'm like,
Cheater.
I don't care
Skim reading.
about this.
I
Show
saw this
me
one-
The old people.
months ago, and I agree. It's a slow burn, and the whole thing is just nonstop. It's foreign too, right?
Yeah, it's German.
German, yeah, and it's just building up that like old people are creepy and weird, and it's like the payoff is not
No,
worth
it
it.
takes place on like this farm, kind of. They just had a wedding there. The family did, and they're staying at the farm. And then there's a retirement home, like across the way. Their dad is staying at the retirement home, and they go pick him up and bring him to the wedding. But the dad and everybody in the old home, they're just like catatonic. Like
They're almost possessed.
Yeah, they're like possessed. Like they're zombies almost. And
It's very. It's like it's kind of creepy. Like there was a couple creepy parts for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely like I said, the problem is Netflix said this is going to be fast paced, so
Yeah.
I went in like, all right,
let's
this
go.
must start right off with some crazy old people shit, and it does, but then
Yeah.
it stops and waits like an hour before it gets back.
I didn't think it was a bad movie. I just thought it was slow.
No, it was
Like
definitely
old people
like
pace.
It's just slow.
Old people fast paced.
Yeah.
yeah, and like the kills in it were really cool, and like these old people, they did a great job at casting some creepy old people. I'll tell you that.
Yes, they did.
Like, holy crap. But yeah, the old people just essentially just go crazy and start killing people. And it's like a zombie apocalypse almost. Like you see a city in the background that's just burning down because old people have just lost it.
Like, what if all old people just turned on us like that? The ones that we've forgotten about and put in homes.
I think we could win.
Honestly, me too.
Yeah.
But the movie
You just
was
you just
decent.
scratch them a little bit and they're gonna bleed forever.
Damn.
I mean, sorry, yeah, most of them are blood thinners, and it's very.
They got
flaky
fragile hips. We could just push them.
Shatter their hips.
It's like the Family Guy where the two old guys like they're fighting over Chris.
Oh,
so
yeah.
so they're like fighting over him, and the one's a Nazi, and then they fight in slow motion.
The next movie I watched, let me tell you something.
Another one.
Whenever you just gotta just vent and complain about something, where do you go?
To my mom.
Twitter.
Oh, Twitter.
So I went on Twitter. There's this movie I've been waiting to see called Here for Blood. The release date is February 9th in select theaters and on Screambox. And I want to see it so bad because I never watched a trailer. I never watched any clips. I just saw the premise as pro wrestler who is babysitting deals with masked intruders. And I'm like, sold.
Are you sure you
Alone
didn't
with
write this?
wrestling?
Yeah,
Oh
like,
my
did you
God.
write this movie?
Say no more, fam. I'm locked in. And I thought it was coming on January, but then I saw February 9th. So I went to Twitter and I'm like, I posted a tweet. I tagged like Here for Blood and Screambox and posted like the GIF from, what's the drug show on Netflix?
Oh,
Narcos.
not addicted.
Narcos, yeah.
Oh.
It's like the guy, he's just standing like looking and he's like in an empty swimming pool. And he's
Oh
on the
yeah,
swing.
waiting. Yeah.
So I like posted like, just wait for this movie to release on Screambox, right? And then shout out Screambox because they slid into my DMs
What?
and they're like, yo, you want a screener?
Oh,
Yeah,
Said
I
no.
do.
Why?
no way.
So I watched Here for Blood last night.
Yo, hell yeah!
Sick.
Shout out to Screambox, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did not fail.
Oh
Was
yeah.
just
Awesome.
perfect.
You were okay. I really wanted to watch this last night with you, but like the timing didn't work out. The texts that you were sending of like,
Yeah.
Read them.
it keeps getting better.
Oh my gosh. It's already good, but it just keeps getting better. There's heavy metal music.
Love that.
There's pro wrestling.
That's pretty cool.
There's a pro wrestler.
Okay.
Here's babysitting.
Okay.
There's blood and violence.
Ooh,
There's jokes.
I like that too.
It's got everything I wanted.
Okay. Does it have goth girls?
No.
That's all right.
No.
That's all right. So it's not a perfect movie, is what you're saying.
But yeah, there's like just, I can't spoil too much because it hasn't come out yet, but I would just say like, it's for me, for anybody that just wants like an amazing, funny horror movie, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Literally, one of my favorite things about you watching a movie is being able to read the text to our audience that we get to that we're graced with. He says, "Guys, ... I am in love with this movie." And I was like, "Is it good?" And he's like, pro wrestlers versus masked home intruders with heart eyes, heart eyes, heart eyes. This man just got stabbed like 30 times. LOL.
Dude, the violence in this movie is so over the top.
LOL.
And like, there was one part of the movie where one of the masked intruders calls him a fake wrestler.
Oh no.
No, he
I
didn't.
was like, uh-oh.
That's like the storyline to every like WWE
Yeah.
beef.
Dude, he gets up and just starts dropping elbow drops on his head just repeatedly. And
It's so Tony movie. Oh my god.
It's so good.
So is this is going to be released on Screambox then?
It's going
is
to
it
be in
movie?
select theaters and on
Okay.
Screambox February 9th.
You should go see it in theaters. You would
Oh my
enjoy it
God.
on the big screen.
Yeah, and then you're going to know what you
I
like
don't know.
the second time around.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies that I need a sold out theater.
Just full of people
Experience it with
laughing.
everybody.
Yeah.
I need everybody in there with me.
So is that all your movies, or are you finally done? That was like 8 movies, man.
That was dude. I've been watching a horror movie every
You've
night.
been on
'Cause
top
I'm like,
of it.
let me just make sure we got some. Night.
nice, hell yeah. So, Kels, you watched Pearl. Did you watch it?
You watch anything else,
Like a
Kelsey?
turtle.
And I watched the Royal Rumble on Sunday night.
Now I don't know what you look like, but as when you're talking and doing it, it looks a little different.
Roman Reigns retained.
I just watched Pearl. Sorry.
I watched
movie?
I watched two
Fuck
movies.
off.
I watched two movies on the same night, and I just watched them back to back. The first one I watched was called Allegoria, which is on Shudder, and I'm pretty sure it was on like the best of 2023 list or something like that. So I was like, ooh, and the cover's like this nasty like chick, and I was like, ooh, that looks pretty creepy. And it's about artists that are basically. This is another one of your artsy movies.
Oh.
I know. I was bummed because it Well, if you guys saw the story last night on our Instagram, that was a weird start. He was like, yes.
Was he warming up?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's almost like it reminded me of like a worse VHS. Where it's like somehow they're kind of connected on the outside story, but it's like 6 different stories.
Oh, okay.
So like
Ooh, I
one
love stories like that.
So do I. Which and VHS does it perfect. But like this one, I was like, there was no point to connect it at all. There was never a resolution of why they were connected. They were just connected. It was like, oh, okay, that was the person that was on the phone. Oh, I get it now. But like,
It's like a student starting their article,
Kinda,
like
yeah.
their essay. Like in this essay,
so
I will
it's
tell
like,
you.
there's a writer, a painter, a sculptor, there's like 2 more.
A Nina, a Pita, a Santa Maria.
Okay, so basically what it is like these artists that are, it was kind of, I think, an allegory or like a metaphor for...
I think it's an allegoria.
An allegory.
Did I right?
Allegoria. For, it was like these people kind of like the monster inside them, but then they were also like this one guy's writing a story, and as he's writing the story, he's like... oh, he's just like, he's on fire, he's like this perfect, like, oh my God, you're a genius. And then all of a sudden the like killer from his story's in the room with him and is like bashing his head into the desk.
Oh, like came true.
And like telling him how he's like, no, we're going to rewrite it like this. And so I was like, okay, but that's a metaphor for him fighting with himself.
I hate this movie.
It was a lot of that. I will say there was one
Inner demons.
There was one pretty cool story that was like, okay, I respect that. And one really good actress that I was like, she has this one part where she like doesn't blink and is like talking to her friend like all brain dead, but like says this whole thing. And I was like, because she just like delivers it to her in this doorway. And it's just like her, she's all messed up looking. It is pretty good. I was like, hey, that was a good scene. But other than that, I didn't like it that much. I really thought it was more of like a student film.
What'd you rate it?
Oh, yeah. And I want your rating on that other one, Old People.
Out of 5, I'm going to give it a 2.
Dude,
2.5.
come
2.
on. 3?
All right, 3.
Okay, what would you rate it? And then last movie.
The last one. I'm gonna say for Allegoria, 2 out of 5. Not impressed. Not really.
So less than Old People.
Yeah, I liked that one. I liked that one more probably.
Okay.
But then I watched another one. The last one I watched was The Boy Behind the Door, which I want to say was also on Shudder. It's kind of sad because it's like these 2 12-year-old boys that are like abducted by this like. You assume is like some guy that's like a rapist or whatever. Yeah, but he takes these 2 boys and is like, they're all bound up in the back of the trunk and stuff. And like, they take him out of this house and like chain one of the boys up. And you see this person come up to the door and hand like this stack of cash. And then the person that abducted him goes away, sets a timer for 2 hours, and is basically like, have at it. Do what you want. You just bought 2 hours
What are
worth.
you watching?
And I was like, I didn't know. It was called The Boy Behind the Door, and it looked like a horror movie. And there was a kid looking through a keyhole, and I was like, "Ooh, this looks." And it said like a night or a night full of terrors happen when he gets abducted. And I was like, that sounds pretty cool. Well, it was more just
a night full of
sad.
terrors.
Yeah. But luckily, nothing gets too graphic. But basically, one of the boys. There's like a black kid and then there's like the white kid, and the white kid's the one that's all chained up, and the person that abducted him was like, oh, I was just going to let you die in the trunk. And most people don't want to pay for your kind of thing. It was really messed up, but this little black kid ends up saving the day and saves his best friend, and it was like they had the whole like friends till the end, friends to the end. Like, it kind of reminded me, what's that,
Little Thelma and Louise
Stand
type
By
thing.
Me, you know? It had a little bit of those vibes where it's like the young boys becoming a man, like saving your best friend, and it was like that little brotherhood, like, we're best
Did you
friends.
say Thelma and Louise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Die.
No, but they were friends till the end.
But it was really,
Literally,
oh,
yeah.
that's true. But it was really cool. It was
That's
a
what I
happy
was gonna
ending. I'm going to spoil it. It was a happy ending. But the boys end up making it out okay. But it was really messed up. And, yeah, so it was like messed up. I won't ever watch it again because it was like, oh, that's sad.
You
it
could
worth
have
a
watched Here for Blood instead.
But it was well made.
Rating.
6 out of 10.
Man,
We're going 5, 10s. What
5, 10. I don't know. We need to come with
I said 6 out of 10.
we need to come with our own rating system. I think
That's
like,
true.
like
5
seven
drops of
7
blood.
spookies.
Yeah, 7 spooky.
Well, it'll be different every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we have terrible memories. All right, Tony, take us out of here. We have some cool stuff coming up, including
Hey, let me tell you something,
Yeah.
all right? If you're
Oh,
sitting at
love
home
it,
and
love
you're
it.
needing something to watch, there's only one choice, and that's to flip on the Scream box and go straight for Here for Blood. Because let me tell you something, no movie out there has given me goosebumps that have run up and down my arms as I was watching all kinds of horror, violence, humor, and pizza.
there's pizza in there.
Shout out Zeke's for supplying us with some pizza today.
Shout out Zeke
Shout out Zeke, our producer.
for supplying us with everything else.
Shout
Shout
out.
out Carve with Light for this Ouija board lockbox.
Which, reminder, you can go to patreon.com
And
slash
become a-
Scaredycast and become a patron. Any and
did
all
it.
tiers, you're going to be entered to win.
Yes.
Wow, I just had a stroke.
Do you have more entries if you are a higher tier? Is that how that works?
The more, if you were at the lowest tier, you get an entry. If you're at the middle tier, you get like 3 entries. And then if you're at the highest tier, you get like 5 entries. And then we'll do a drawing.
Beautiful.
Wonderful.
Thank you guys so much for supporting us. Make sure to share, like, subscribe, or even comment if you hate us, which you guys clearly
Oh
do.
my goodness.
Thank you so much. Make sure to stay safe. Head to scaredycast.com. Tell all your friends that you know, and we'll see you right here next week
Yeah.
for some more spooky.
Yeah.
Bye.
Shout out Kurt Russell.